True transformation cannot happen without a renewal of the mind. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Mind over matter. If the pain of where you are never exceeds the pain of change, you will always remain the same. Through a renewal of the mind, and it takes a process. True transformation, mind over matter. Change your mind, you change your life. Change your life. You gotta go through it to grow through it. Mind over matter. Be clear.
Welcome back to the Mind Over Matter podcast. I am Coach Canion.
He sounds like Howard Cosell. Hi, I'm Coach Lynch, man. I'm here. Taylor's with us, man. We're going to get right into it. Forget all this. Skip the formalities, man. These people want content. Can we get to the content?
Hey, man,
Let's work.
How come I can't say my name?
You can, man. Hey.
And you know it's by now 16.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. I'm Ken Canion. My name has, your name has a great ring to it. My name is Ken Canion. I like to say my name 16 times because it sounds like this. Ken Canion.
Yeah.
All right. The next contestant on the Showcase Showdown. Ken Canion. Come on down.
Both of them trying to talk for me. That's all
The price is right. So listen, y'all. Pay attention, man. Today, this week, we're going to be talking about and teaching about the Chinese bamboo tree.
Chinese bamboo tree?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard the story.
You've heard the story, Ken. You're well versed. I mean, I come up with stuff and I'd be like, yo, Ken, you ever heard of such a thing? He's like, yeah, I read that 1962. I'm like,
Okay.
But yeah, I'm saying that's a shout out. Like I'm giving you props, son. Like you be on point. So like,
every night.
You well versed, man. You read a lot, man. And I really value that because I kick something and then you'd be like, yeah, I read that, and then what about this? And then when we start building on it, you'll bring a different perspective to the table, and that right there kind of opens up my whole way of thinking a little bit about the.
Man, give the people the knowledge. All right,
so
stuff. Let's go to work.
Oh man, you can't take a compliment.
My wife tell me I can't take a compliment.
It's all right. It comes from being a fat kid.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, I give myself a compliment.
Hey, yo, so listen, man. Listen, in the Far East, they have something called the Chinese bamboo tree. All right, and I found this stuff amazing because some years ago I heard about this story, the Chinese bamboo story, and it was something amazing about the Chinese bamboo and the way that it grows. All right, I mean, did you know that it takes like 5 years for it to grow?
No, I didn't know it
until you read the story.
Right.
So I mean, like. Can you imagine, like, once you plant it, you need to water it, you need to nurture it and fertilize it every day, but nothing happens the first year?
Wow.
That's crazy, yeah.
Like, I mean, think about that. Yeah. And then now here you are, you're watering it again, you're nurturing it again, you're fertilizing it again, and the second year comes around and nothing happens again. Like, listen to me. I need you to understand what I'm saying here. And look, here you go. Next year, I'm doing the same thing. I'm watering it again. I'm nurturing it again. I'm fertilizing it again. And still, third year is done, nothing happens. Fourth year comes around. Man, I still don't see nothing. No results. 4 years. What would you do? All right, it's rhetorical. Don't worry about it. Can tell her I know you're about to get in. No, just chill out real quick, all right? So you wait for the results and, not seeing any evidence of progress, but can you imagine yourself doing the same thing every single day and not having evidence that your efforts are having any effect? Huh? Listen to what I'm saying. Like, the only thing you know is that the result is supposed to come in 5 years. But then what happens on the 5th year is it's totally amazing, because once it starts to penetrate the surface of the earth, right, in just 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall.
That's a long ways.
Right.
A long ways in how much amount of time? Is it 5 weeks? He was getting ready to say, I almost caught the old guy there. Yeah, he was getting ready to say a short amount of time. Nah, but look, is it that? Is it 5 weeks or is it 5 years and 5 weeks?
It's actually 5 years and 5 weeks, dude. I mean, because I got to give everybody a quick example, though. We've been working on this podcast. We've been at it 15, 16 weeks. And we feel like we're spitting great content. And we're trying to launch these products, which you guys are going to hear about. And I was thinking, man, we're just spinning our wheels. We're not getting as far as we want to. And Taylor, the young one, looks at me and said, we're like the bamboo tree. I was like, God,
yeah.
I was like, yo,
let's give you some of that. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
was like, yo, Taylor, you just changed my whole perspective. You're absolutely right. But there are things in the content we're gonna give today about the bamboo tree and about actually planting those seeds in our life.
Ooh, that's good. That's
Planting
good.
those seeds in our life
That's
that
good.
we don't readily see the fruit from it.
Right.
Or the
So we're
harvest from it.
gonna call this one the seeds of change. All right, because everybody out there, you're trying to change something in your life,
Right.
but you have to understand that it's going to take that actual seed that you're planting in order for it to change something.
Yes.
All right, it got to start with the seed. It got to start with the seed because the seed is going to produce what, Ken?
But the seed is going to produce the harvest. But I got to say something.
Yeah.
You just said something. But the key thing I got out of that, I got to ask you this.
Go ahead.
You said he nurtured it, watered it for 5 years.
Fertilize it, yeah, for
and
5 years.
fertilized it for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's so deep right there. How many people will stay the course?
Right, for 5
when they
years.
have a seed inside of them.
Oh, all right. So look, here's the thing. It's obvious now. At the end of the day, that the bamboo tree was growing.
Right.
Yes.
When we were in it, when we watched it for year 1, year 2, year 3, we didn't think nothing was growing. But where was it growing at?
It was going under the surface.
Under the surface, it was growing. And you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was going
Under the surface, it was developing the solid root system.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Ken? Huh? Because that is point number 1.
Point number 1.
It all starts with a solid root system.
Yes.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Ooh, we rolling now.
All right.
We rolling now.
Starts with a solid. Now let me. Okay, so I guess the key phrase with that is if it starts with all of the roots.
Yeah.
Without the roots, it couldn't have supported the 90 feet though.
Oh.
I mean, it couldn't have supported the
Right.
90 feet. So the
Wow.
root part was necessary for the outward part that we saw.
Man, that's deep. That is profound.
I mean, because had it not been for the inward part, the inward building of your character,
Nurturing.
the nurturing,
The fertilizing,
Wow.
the watering, huh?
So let's relate that to life. Y'all.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's relate that to life.
Yeah.
And in life, when we have a seed inside us, God bursts something. He gives us this idea, something, and it's in us.
Yeah.
It's in us. And all of a sudden, I'm out reading books on it. Now I'm out saying, okay, we want to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, we want to do this. So we're reading about video. We're reading about editing.
Yeah.
Okay, we put more fertilizer. We bring Taylor on.
Right.
So all this, I got all these fertilizer, nurturing, the water, everything. So we got the components in place.
Right.
But we grinding out videos, grinding out podcasts. But we don't see our subscribers going up as fast as we want to, or people know us as fast as we want to.
Yeah.
But every week, what do we do? Every week,
And we nurture
Right.
it.
We nurture
Every
it.
week.
We sure do.
We grind it every week. We
Every
water
week.
it. We fertilize it every week. So the thing is here's my point about point number 1. Here's my point about it. And this is what I think. Do you do the right things when nobody is watching?
Wow.
Yes.
That's good.
I'm going to say that again.
Wow.
Do you do the right things when nobody is watching? Because let me tell you something, and I'm going to speak for all 3 of us because, when nobody is watching, we have to come up with the kind of content that we're going to deliver to the people.
Yeah.
So before we can cut the camera on and stuff like that, we got to figure out, what is going to be the best thing that we can give these people where they're at now, with following us in their life, and how it's going to help them change and all that different types of, how they're going to put this into play in their life. And that's how we come up with this content. And they're not watching. Like we're at home and we're trying to figure out, or we're Googling stuff and we're YouTubing stuff and we're trying to find that. We're reading books and we're coming up with these stories. And like, hey, I just found this one. Hey, look, what do you guys think about this one? And then we argue for an hour over names when nobody's watching. Are you doing the right thing? Right?
That's real, yeah. Right.
Right? Or if we're gonna fire somebody or something like that.
That's real.
Good stuff,
No,
man.
That's real.
that makes sense, right?
Nah, that makes sense.
What say you for point
I'm
number
gonna say
2?
number 2 is, are you trustworthy?
Ooh.
Are you trustworthy?
Damn.
Are you the type of person that you can be trusted with that dream.
Right.
That dream with that
Well,
dream.
that's good that you say trustworthy, because, in order for you to trust somebody, they have to be trustworthy. And that just means that they have to show acts of trustworthiness. So you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they can't exhibit acts like that and do that in a proper amount of time that you allotted, or you give them something, they have to give it back, or they're responsible with that act that you give them, therefore you can start to trust them more. You understand what I'm saying? So are you trustworthy? You understand what I'm saying? Like, because if I give you something and you ain't producing, then you this.
Yeah, and if you think about it, y'all, think about this for this moment, Taylor. Okay. Even with us, we bringing you on because you're like the child phenom. And because I say that you know a lot of different things, and you're the kind of person. Even when I found you in an interview, and you weren't interviewing for this job, we were doing mock interviews for your career, and I said there's something different about her.
Matter of fact, I told you I didn't want a job.
You said you didn't want a job, and I said, but one thing that Lynch and I do, we say Taylor is trustworthy because she's proved herself to be trustworthy. When we're not looking, she's working, she's thinking, she's doing the things that are going to make us better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the question is out there: are you trustworthy?
Right. Yeah. Tell her, what say you about, because I know you got a point on this first point.
Yeah, honestly, it goes back to it goes right with the trustworthiness. Do you keep promises? Do you do you do what you say you're going to do?
Yeah.
Do you actually complete the task? When you say, I'm gonna go to the store to get X, Y, Z, do you actually do that? Or when you say, I'm gonna do a favor for you, do you actually come through on your favor?
Right. You know what? That point is so good because it's gonna lead us right into our second point of this whole entire story, which is, it takes small actions, every day.
Every day.
That's perfect.
Every day. So the bamboo tree.
Yeah.
What in the story of the bamboo tree?
Yeah.
The small actions are the watering.
The watering.
Yeah.
The fertilizing.
Yeah.
The nurturing.
Every day though, like you gotta come by this joint every single day, and you walking by this one spot on the land, this one spot on the earth, every single day, and you don't see nothing. Like, I might walk by there and think like, I must be in the wrong spot.
Right. Am I watering the right spot?
I'm planting here. Or was it like over here? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Like, to the left.
That's real.
Hey, I'm gonna start second guessing myself after a while.
I'm digging that fool up. I'm gonna dig the tree up.
Right, and you probably plant a brand new one.
Yeah, that's so deep, right? The small actions. But you know what, y'all? And we relate a lot of things to the gym because we go to the gym. But it's every workout, it's every set, it's every exercise, it's every rep we do that ultimately culminates into the body we desire, to the new person we desire, changing our health status.
Right.
It's every little thing we do that changes that. And the funny thing about it is, I asked the question, when you're doing the little small things, are you eating right?
Right.
Are you eating right?
That's the small thing.
That shows.
Right.
When nobody's looking.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you eating right? Are you eating the things, as like we were saying on the content video we just did?
Yeah.
Are you doing the things that a person in your position, so you look at somebody who's doing are you doing what they would do? What would they do? What would they be eating? How would they be working? How would they be doing that?
Yeah.
What would happen?
And you know what? I have to tell myself and remind myself on certain days. Really, I'm supposed to do it every day, but I have to tell myself, like, are you doing the most important things first every new day? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things that helps me get better. One of the things that helps me get better, or even helps me grow the business, or just grow my program design or whatever. Like, are you doing the most important things first? Every day. So, like on Sunday, I program all the workouts for the week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I do the boot camp workouts. I do Monday through Friday. I do that on Sunday. Like, that helps me out so much because I don't have to worry about what we're going to do today, or what equipment I'm going to grab up when I go to the gym. Like, that helps me out so much. That's like one of the 20-80 rule. You know what I'm saying? So if I get it done now, then I can spend the rest of that time that I would thinking or preparing, or even, getting the exercise equipment and stuff like that.
Right.
It really, really helps me out crazy,
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Taylor, so what small actions? I mean, think about it. In your career, so you have decided that I'm gonna pursue my own dreams. As a young person, what would you say about doing the small things? What would you say about it? Give you a chance to rap, because me and Lynch just take over.
No, but this would. Do you spend quality time with your family on a regular basis?
Yeah, that's good.
So that's real good.
That's
like
real
I
good.
don't live with my family anymore.
Right.
So what I do is I make sure I at least call a parent every morning.
Yeah.
So if mom can't talk. Yeah, because I have gone days without talking to them too. Sometimes, especially when things get real busy for us. But I still make a point of whether it's a text message, you know what I mean, or email. So that's how she texts at work.
Yeah,
she emails because it pops up right on the computer.
She's antiquated.
There it is. But yeah, do you check in with your family on a daily basis? Let people know you're all right. Sometimes it's it's your support system.
Right.
Something about touching base with somebody that you know for a fact loves you.
Wow.
Right.
Something about that. It does something for you too.
Just a moment of transparency here.
Yeah.
My sister passed last year, and I decided that, and I thought about, after a person passed, man, your whole life begins. You look at things a little bit differently, and I'm the type of person, I always say I don't want to live with regrets, but I do have a regret. And one of the regrets that I have is we didn't spend enough time together because I was always too busy. She was always too busy. And when we got together, it was quick because you thought we had more time.
Yeah.
And, I've made a decision, those small things in life that mean the most, because we only got one life. And it goes fast. Yeah. It goes faster than you know, man. And so I got to think those things mean the most. So call your parents. I got to tell my wife I love her.
Yeah, no doubt.
I just can't take for granted.
As they say, give your loved ones the flowers while they're still here.
They're still here, yeah. I mean, man, that's deep right there. I don't even want to go behind that.
Nah, we got to keep going, man. We're talking about the tree, but in the tree, here's one quick thing that the note though. In the growth of that tree, right, there are times when that tree could go either way. Now think about this for a moment, y'all. The tree could stop growing. It could die. Because if the person who's nurturing the tree ever decides that this tree isn't worth it, how many times have we had a dream that this dream ain't worth it? This dream ain't worth it. So I'm going to stop doing the things that I did, the fervor that I had at the beginning when I planted the tree. When the dream entered inside of me. Because at the end of the day, y'all, most dreams that you have are going to take time for you to see the end result of the harvest of the
develop tree. All that, no doubt.
Everything. Because so know this. The last point I'm going to make about this. It's not seeing the tree rise in 90 days, getting to it is not what God wants. God wants to know what you're going back to your book, what you're going to become during the process.
During the process. It's all about the process.
It's all about the process.
Yeah, that's why you can't skip the process.
We want to skip the process.
You can't skip the process because that's where you become.
Right.
That's where you become.
That's where you become.
So right now I got to embrace the process. Even if it's pain involved.
No doubt.
All right, go ahead, Coach.
Hey, well, let's go to point number 3. I mean, with that, since you can't, you can't skip the process, and you got to go through it, then it's going to take persistence, and it's going to take patience, and it's going to take faith. Straight up. Because, like I said, if you walking by that spot on the land right there, year after year after year after year, and you don't see nothing, man, that's faith and patience all day long.
Yeah, it is.
You got to believe that, if I keep doing this, then, something's going to happen. And they say, what do they say? They say success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out.
That's true.
Huh? That's what they say.
So very true.
Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out.
But what stops us? Let's get to the real of this, though.
Yeah.
That little thing, faith, that word faith is the exact same as the word fear. Okay? It is believing in something, in the unknown, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when fear creeps in, everything you just said, faith, patience, all of that stuff just creeps in. But what happens is when people begin to get scared, when fear starts to happen, everything about patience, about faith, persistence, what happens? That gets pushed aside because they begin to focus on everything that I'm scared of.
Right. And I said it last week in the podcast, is fear is the reason why we don't take action.
That is the reason why we don't take action.
Right?
So
And anger is the reason why we're stuck. So we're going back to the stuff from the podcast. So if we're stuck, we don't see anything growing, guess what we do? We get angry.
Yeah.
And we're stuck. And then if we don't we don't want to continue the action because we fear that if we keep going down this road, then something is not going to happen right. You know what I'm saying? Something bad's going to happen. So, like those things, I mean, that's mean. That's mean when you said it.
That's me. Here's the thing. So how do we, and anybody that's listening to this is important. How do you keep going even when you don't see the result? How do you keep going? And here's what I would say. Here's the idea. And I'm using myself as an example. I'm going to give y'all a quick story, because I got plenty. And one thing I have, God has allowed me to have wisdom, the good, bad, the ugly that's happened to me in my life, that I can share with the people in our audience. But I'll tell you what happened. So years ago, I had this concept when I decided I was going to get in health and wellness. This was after being the fat kid, growing up. And I had this idea to do this whole health and wellness to help people. And it wasn't coming together. No joke. No. It was 3 years ago I had this idea. Almost 4 years ago. 4 years ago I had this idea. I thought last year I was going to abandon it. I said, man, I've been doing this thing. Last year I was going to abandon it. But when I said I was going to abandon it, right at the end I said I was going to abandon it. But I kept going. One more. Guess who I meet?
The golden child.
Also known as Lynch Washington Hunt the Third.
Hey, you just tell my whole government. Yo, man, they're looking for me. I gave my whole government. All I know was Coach Killer. The golden child, baby. You know what I'm saying?
So right when I was there, I thought about it, man, I'm not gonna do this thing, man. I ain't gonna do this thing. But I said, nah, I'm gonna keep going, even though, man, I don't see. I see what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
It's not, the dots are not connecting. I'm not able to meet the people I need to meet, but I can't bring it to life alone.
Yeah, but it was growing under the roots.
It was
growing under the
man.
roots. See, you gotta understand that the roots produce the fruit. Listen to what I'm saying. The roots produce the fruit. So you was working on the roots. See, all the stuff you needed to launch the product, all of them courses you was taking and reading them books. Now all we doing is putting together the content, which is the hard part, because we got the other stuff is there. So we're ready to bust through the surface now. Wow. So what y'all don't understand is it's been 4.5 years since I moved to Greensboro.
Wow.
So listen what I'm saying. Yeah, listen what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so you gotta understand that we coming up on year five right here.
Right.
Year 5 is here in like 6 months. We about to bust through the surface and grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
I've been down here in Greensboro for definitely. This is the 5th year.
Yeah, so it's divine,
This is the 5th year.
It's divine
That's so
timing.
real.
We the bamboo,
Wow.
baby.
This would have been the 5th year.
Yeah.
Because remember, I met you a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
It would have been the 5th year that I started that whole thing. I
See
said,
that?
Wow.
Bamboo, baby.
Wow.
That's what's up.
hey, y'all, we ain't even playing.
Wow, we really didn't. I just thought about it. I was like, wow, I started A&T in 2012. It's definitely the
2012.
year.
I came 2012.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Word.
And that's when I had the idea. That's around 2012.
It's popping in 2012.
Around 2012.
Yeah.
So since that's the case, we kept going despite, even though it hurts. Y'all, we talked about pain is necessary last week, but in the podcast. But you know what? We endured the pain, the challenges, the discomfort, the being out of our comfort zone, and said, you know what? This dream we have, this dream inside of us to do more than what we see.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly it.
You know, right. Only those who can see the invisible can do the impossible.
Woo, you gotta see it before you see it, or you gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Love it, yeah.
You better have that see moment. So, Ken, let's give them three ways to implement these lessons in their life. Man.
Okay. So what we want to do?
Give me the first one, Ken. Give me the first one.
Number 1, build a solid foundation to stand on. Your character, values, and attributes. Point number 2, remember, it takes small actions every day to make a big difference in the long run. Ask yourself, What one tiny thing can I do today that will move me closer to the specific goal?
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah. So basically, what you said, what one tiny thing that you can do to move you closer to the goal.
One tiny thing,
right? And then one thing that that will change or improve your attitude towards work, people, and life. So the last one, I just think that even if all you can do is just like 5 minutes a day, like towards your goal or towards, your dream or towards whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, just give it 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of something is better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're taking one step, you're taking steps. So, I live by this term called Kaizen, and it's also, it's a Japanese term, and it means, continuous improvement. So I just think that if I do a little bit more today than I did yesterday, then I'm improving. Then I'm getting better.
That's good stuff.
So that's just how I live. I actually one of the girls that works out with us, she had tagged me in a photo, and I guess maybe they taught that term in a class that she was at, but she tagged me and was like, Coach Lynch, he gives us this one right here, and this is some really good stuff. And then she just went on about just how she was getting better. I think she was at a workshop or something like that. But it was dope. It's dope to for people to actually, listen to you when you spill. You know what I'm saying? And then when they kick it back.
Good.
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels good when people come up, like on the podcast, the girl, they said that, that joy changed my life.
Yeah.
And you think that people aren't really listening because they don't necessarily comment.
Yeah, that feedback.
You don't necessarily comment. They don't necessarily say.
Yeah.
But when you hear one person say, this is changing my life, and they cite a specific episode we did, or now that we're going to be uploading video content, like the video content we said the other day, the girl said, keep these videos coming.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
That right there, it means a lot. It means a lot, y'all. So we got to keep watering, nurturing, all of that, so that we break the surface.
Yeah, so real quick, man, before y'all leave, we're going to give you these 3 points one more time, and I need y'all to grab them real quick. Remember, it all starts with a solid root system. All right, remember, the root is going to produce the fruit.
Good.
All right, remember, it takes small actions every day. Remember, success is the sum of small things repeated day in and day out. All right, and last but not least, it takes persistence, patience, and faith. And ain't nothing going to happen if you can't have continuous persistence and patience and faith.
That's
all right.
Good.
You want to leave them with something?
You already left them with it.
Good. All right. Well, guess what? We got mind over matter, right?
Right.
All right. Here I go. Let me see if I can come up with this one. All right. Mind over matter, y'all. Listen, if you don't mind, then waiting 5 years for the biggest tree to produce in your life the fruit that you need, then guess what? It ain't gonna matter when you go into the bank and spending all the cheese. I'll let y'all on the next one, yo.
Mind over matter. Change your mind, you change your life. Change your life. You gotta go through it to grow through it. Mind over matter. Be clear.